Morning, guys. It's Philip. Hey, I just got a couple things. One, tomorrow, my son and I are going to do our first home brew together. And I got some things from a local store, an actual brewing shop. They got these places now where you can get anything. You can do it online too, which I found a couple places online as well, but I bought this locally thinking, kind of like brick and mortar, you like to get a relationship going, but and I also went to a class last night for beginners, which was kind of nice, which you couldn't get online. Although you can search the internet and find a bunch of people telling you how to do it. I'd actually done it 20 years ago, and I did it one other time when my son was like 2 years old or something like that. So it's been over 20 years or around 20 years since I did it. But I thought it'd be something he and I could do together. He got a kit for Christmas. So me remembering enough about it, knowing there were some key components you could get to help make it less painful as far as the process. It takes a while, and there's a few things critically that you need to do and take care of along the way. But being the biggest thing is the sanitation part. In the class last night, the owner of the company here in town has two locations, said that a brewer once told her that like 80–90% of his job is janitor because the sanitation is so important. By the way, I'm smoking a Canadian pipe. It's a Savinelli. It's one of their, I can't remember what the name of it is, kind of a lower end pipe category. It's not like it's got anything on the side or anything. It just has like the diamond thing on the bottom. And in it, I'm smoking some Dan's Blend, or Dan's Blend from Boswell's. It's Dan's creation. It's a Virginia blend. Pretty good. I'll tell you what, I've been smoking this tobacco that he sent me too as a sample, or maybe I bought a couple ounces. It's called Cupcake. I understand that aromatic, a lot of people are turned off by those. I still smoke a considerable amount of aromatics, probably about 60–40 of my consumption is probably aromatic versus English. I'm steadily increasing that. I've, in the past, smoked probably 95%, 5% aromatics versus English, but I'm learning to acquire a taste for and enjoy Englishes. So I see that number probably increasing more and more as the time goes on. But I come from not smoking into pipe smoking, and I don't know where it really matters, but if you previously smoked before or smoked cigars before, whether you would be inclined to want an English or something like that more so than an aromatic. Excuse me. I guess we're going to have more snow here. I just had some problems with my TV, so the cable guy was here, and he said that they're gearing up supposedly for a big storm next week, which is crazy. I'm going to have to look into that. So anyway, tomorrow we're going to homebrew. I got I got some things, like I say, that one of the biggest things that I got that I think I didn't have before, which I know will eliminate a lot of our downtime, is the wort chiller, which is a device that goes into the wort before you transfer it over. You bring it down from the boil down to like 70 degrees. You can't just let that sit and cool for a long period of time. You don't want it contaminated by airborne yeast and microbial things or whatever. So the thought is to get something in the wort that in the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is, dip this copper tubing thing into it, let it boil at the last few moments of the boil. It sterilizes the everything, kills off anything that might be on that wort chiller, and then you transfer it over, or you take it into a place where you can connect it to cold water, and then you run that through the chiller, and it chills that down in about 15 minutes, they claim. I actually witnessed it last night when we brewed down there. I was a volunteer and I went to the back with the guy and hooked it up and everything, and it really was just a small period of time. Whereas you'd have to set it in a sink, run cold water into the sink, put ice into the sink, wait for it to, chill down. So, and instead of just using my son's kit, I bought another kit of my own and bought the deluxe kit so I could get a real good thing. And so needless to say, I've spent some money, but I think it might be fun to continue to do this even after my son does his batch. We do it tomorrow, and then it'll be fun to continue to do this from time to time, maybe even in a big way. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'll let you know how it comes out. It'd be kind of cool if I could record some of it, he and I together, kind of posterity's sake. But we'll see. I don't know, Jay, if you're out there, if you're watching very many videos. I know this is 7 minutes into it, or almost 8, for you to find this, but I just want you to know I'm thinking about you, brother, and I know you lost Charlie, and I haven't seen you back on the internet for a while, or YouTube, so I just want you to know I'm thinking about you, and I know it's tough to lose your buddy, and I've lost different ones throughout the years, and I lost a dog called Little Mick. Was my first real buddy that I lost. I'd lost animals along the way, of course, but this guy, he was my companion. He was that true quintessential man's best friend kind of dog. So I know exactly what you're feeling. I'm not ashamed to say it. I sobbed like a baby when that little dog died. I mean, I just had him for a short period of time, it seemed like, but we were so close, and he went everywhere with me. I mean, I was devastated, and time begins to heal things, and I know that you don't need a therapy session about, the cliches and the common things that are said, but just suffice it to say that I'm thinking about you. I know others in the community are torn up because we know of the loss that you've received or experienced, and we've each had similar situations maybe, but it's never the same than what you're going through yourself. So hang in there, brother, and know that we're here to carry this burden with you, and over time we'll talk back and with fond memories of some of the things that Charlie did, and you and him together. And I was glad to be your Secret Santa this year and give him a little treat that I sent through the mail there for him, so I was able to experience an opportunity to give him a little something. And I hope that you can slowly come back from that and share with us maybe some things as far as maybe a few stories about him. Maybe that'll help in the process. So Been thinking about you, Jay, so hang in there, brother. Everybody else, I appreciate your watching and have a great day. Smoke well and be well.